Welcome in, my button mashers. Hi. Oh, goodness. Did you guys coordinate that without me? What?
It was a quick reaction.
It's a wavelength.
I love it. I was okay. Come on. Way off guard, y'all. Welcome back in. It is another episode of Button Mashing. It is I, NatesLegend. I am here to host. Wait, we'll do this one. Oh no, there it goes. All right. Is that loud to you guys? Like, is that too loud? I can only hear what I.
No, if anything, I'm the loud one.
I feel like
You're. I think we're.
It's a calming noise. It's yeah. I think it's
okay.
perfect.
All right. I feel it. This is just calming. Every time I need y'all to calm down, just play the calming. All right. Yeah. Nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and jump into things because, guys, this is a massive episode. We're gonna go ahead and start. Jay, you're back with us, man. It's been a few weeks at this point.
I am.
How you been? What's going on?
I'm doing good. I had to take your advice and work on my mental health, and make sure that my emotions and everything were in check. I even took a little bit of a break from Gaggle of Geeks as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really just needed to recollect myself. Plus, I started a job, so everything needed to kind of fall into place. And now I have a steady groove on everything. So I feel great. And I'm not gonna lie, I missed you guys a lot. I miss being on the
Missed
show
you too, man.
We missed having you on, man.
And you know what? Yesterday I was off, and I did have some things I had to do. No, I had to work yesterday, but I still had some things I had to do. And you guys played Rocket League for so long yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to our next point here. We'll introduce Scott for a second.
Yes.
Jay, I told you beforehand, kind of what we did this weekend. Doodles, what did you do this weekend?
Oh, I was able to play some Rocket League with a good friend of mine, and
man,
yeah, we got a club going on the Rocket League now, so it's official.
Yeah,
it's Rocket League official.
It's exciting stuff. There may or may not be an announcement to come because I threatened some things that I really don't want to feel the repercussions of. So, that's awesome. So if Doodles and I played Rocket League for like ever yesterday. I think that's all I did all day. Like,
so much fun, dude.
So much.
So many goals, man. We lost some games, we won some games. It was just a good time. Good times were had by all, I think.
It was a great time, and we're gonna have to get Jay in as well. We're not great at messaging usually. The difficult part, Jay. Now you don't have the Xbox right now, do you?
I do, but it's in the bedroom where we normally use that to watch TV.
Okay, all right. So the concern that we have, and we'll hey, there's Luther. Hey, you'll notice I have my pups in the back. They're all napping right now. It's very warm in here, so they like to chillax and relax and nap. But
how about that?
We have
Yeah, it's warm.
The reason I ask about the Xbox, I'll get into it a little bit later. But there's some concerns with my PlayStation account right now, and I'll break all that down for you a little later on because we're gonna talk Xbox versus PlayStation for a few minutes. It's gonna be good. We'll y'all know the story. I will explain. Expand. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. We have our think about it question, and anybody that wants to participate, please leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Put your comment up. Let's go. All right, fantastic. So did not really have a chance to ask Doodles about it, but I did ask Jay. So we're going to start with Doodles just to put him on this spot.
Wait, you're not going to even let me have like 13 seconds? All right, we got this. Let's go.
You got it, brother. You got it.
Okay. All right, Doodles. Who won E3?
Who won at E3?
Who won E3?
This is great. Okay, so the thing about E3 is it's a show where they show things that you want to see, with the gaming world. And I think we were all excited. I think, who really won E3? Right. No, hold on. You know who really won E3? Was the fans. I think the fans won E3, and that's my statement. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Boo! I don't like that answer.
Man, what a cop out! I'm just kidding. You're
I
not
don't like
wrong,
that
though.
answer.
You're not
Look,
wrong. You're not wrong. Jay,
I mean,
I'm going to go ahead and defer the question to you. Who won E3?
all right.
You want-
Before that, though,
you want
I'm gonna
want
piggyback
it?
off of Scott's answer because I think that the fans got robbed at E3.
Ooh.
I don't think the
Ooh.
fans really got what they were really expecting with E3.
Okay.
Compared
Okay.
to previous years, and that's also
Okay.
due to the pandemic. And I could understand, but I think if you're gonna do E3, you have to do it right.
Mhm.
But back to the question at hand, and you know what? It pains me to say this, but
23.
Xbox Bethesda won
Xbox One
E3, man.
E3.
They won E3.
Hey.
And
Wait,
I'm
here
a
we go.
PlayStation guy, hard, true and true, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Xbox Bethesda really did step up to the
Mhm.
plate, and they came with fire. I mean, they
I-
didn't just
yeah.
come with fire; they came with ammunition and an AC-130 shooting 105 shells. That's what they did.
Yes.
They took over.
They hit heavy and they hit hard, and Xbox I think definitely won in the grand scheme of things. Nintendo very close second.
Yes, I would say that.
Very close second. We got Breath of the Wild 2. We'll break that down here in a bit. Dude, you'll love that. All right, let's go ahead then. We know who won. Let's break them down. So last week here, basically what happened, we were in the middle of E3 right when the episode aired. So we didn't cover it all. Yeah, by all means, we'll remove them. All right, we both tried. All right, fantastic. So you and I, it was just you and I last week, man. We covered a lot of E3. We ended up leaving off right at the Xbox segment. So, all right, I promised that I was going to absolutely destroy your argument of why PlayStation is better, and specifically your argument. All right, y'all. Like I'm not trying to say Xbox is better for this reason. I'm saying that the argument that Doodles and Jay present as to why PlayStation is better than Xbox is about to be dismantled a little bit.
Which is again? Remind me the argument. Because I
Your
would like
argument
to,
is that they have you buy the
exclusives.
Exclusive. Right? I forgot the word. Oh my goodness, how?
Got you.
Yeah,
okay.
Buy exclusives. That's your argument. At least it has been as to PlayStation. They've got to buy the exclusives, right?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay, so fantastic. I do just want to point out now. I'm not going to. This isn't going to be a. We're gonna try to leave off as much as we can the game preferences, right? Like your preference to the game here. Which games you like, what type of games you like to play, whatever else. We're going to try to keep it as one-to-one as we can and as little emotion as possible to hear as I go through my argument. Okay, so first things first, I want to, I have to bring this up. Xbox announced 30 games. They featured 30 games in their presentation. 27 of those, mostly exclusives, will be available on Game Pass day one. So not only am I getting the now Bethesda and Xbox exclusives, which we'll break down which ones are exclusives and whatnot. Not only are we getting Bethesda exclusives, we're getting them on Game Pass for free. And so we're getting more exclusives. I'm sorry, but just the number of exclusives that's becoming an irrelevant argument lately.
I don't know, man. You got to go quality over quantity, I would say, though. I would have to say quality over quantity, my man. But I'm gonna let you say. You know what? I don't know the games on this list yet. But
all right. Let's break it down. Okay, so let's break them.
PlayStation's got some solid exclusives.
Let's do it. They do. Now, here are some of the big ones that are coming out. Okay, so the first one that was announced, and it was kind of not a surprise, but it is kind of a surprise. So they started by announcing Starfield. November 1st, 2020 release date. This is supposed to be Skyrim in space, Han Solo simulator, open world. Let's see. So it should be, I believe it's an open world RPG. I don't remember where I was reading that. I read a lot of things to catch up on this. Nonetheless, so Skyrim in Space becoming an Xbox exclusive. This was kind of expected with the Bethesda merger, but it was originally not meant to be an Xbox exclusive. So we have one more added to the list that I think is going to win. Space Skyrim.
That's a solid game, dude. I mean, I'm into this. I can.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So we got that one. We got new announcements for Halo as well. So this again, obviously Xbox exclusive. We are looking at okay. So some of the big announcements that came from Halo, and we're gonna break it down. You and I used to play a little bit of Halo together. It's been a hot minute, but
it's been a while. Okay. Yeah.
We'll break down Halo for a few minutes here. Some of the things that they announced: multiplayer is going to be free to play. It will be cross-platform. We're going to have both PC and we're going to have Xbox. You'll be able to cross there.
With that, do you think they're going to do a tier system? Do you think they're going to go with like the tier system like other games do?
Okay, so here's the thing. I started looking into how they were going to do it. There is I did not investigate if this was there he is. I did not investigate if this was going to be if this was a real thing or if it was just a meme that I saw. But from what I was seeing, it's possible the battle passes when you get a battle pass, it's not timed. You can do it at your own pace.
Oh, that's cool.
So, which is
Battle Pass?
Halo Infinite, free to play multiplayer.
Oh yeah, they're free to play multiplayer.
Yes!
So sick, and to the point where even I am thinking about buying like another Xbox and having it like in here, so I don't have to mess with the one there. But
well, you have the pretty new TV, and the game does support 120 frames per second.
Well, see, there's the thing with that though. There's a choice though, because right now I have the Xbox One S.
Okay, that's what I have.
The question is, if I really want the 120 hertz, display, do I go for a Series S, or do I go stay with just getting a regular 1S? Look at that.
It's just Xbox. It's just a One S, y'all. But here's what I noticed with it and why I really wanted to upgrade my PlayStation more. I get Dolby Vision, 4K, ultra high definition gaming as is. I already have that with my Xbox. So it's not as necessary for me to have anything more, right? So if you already have the One S, stick with it. Like as long as the game appears on the One S, you may as well play it there because you're getting just as much, not just as good, but you're getting still superb graphics. We also talked about my setup, my PC setup, and how I'm kind of capped at 60 frames per second right now. That's one I want to upgrade. That's one that I want, specifically for this game. Right. But this one here, just the previews for it. So you guys, did you watched the Chief floating through space scene, right?
Goddamn right I did.
Oh, isn't it pretty? I'm curious.
Dude, it looks so magnificent to see, and just thinking about it now, like it literally gave me like I have goosebumps now because I just remember seeing it. And I played all the previous Halos except for what is it when they had red versus blue type side or something like that, like ODST.
I think so.
I think it was Halo.
I don't know what you mean by the red versus blue, but
where it was like
that was always the primary colors.
I mean, it was like a ODST style game. I think it was Halo.
It was more of like a strat game than like
Gotcha. Oh, are you talking like Halo Wars?
Yes, that's the one.
The top? Yeah, Halo Wars.
Yeah,
okay.
Halo Wars.
Yeah,
I didn't play that one because at the time I didn't have an Xbox, so I didn't.
No, I get that. That one's supposed to be better on PC anyway.
Right. So, but after seeing that scene alone, I was like, okay, that's just not right. It's not fair. I'm gonna have to get an Xbox now, and
That one's gonna be a huge reason. Another Xbox.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm actually planning. I feel like I need to be more playing on PC than I do on
This one
console.
should be available on PC. This one is definitely going to be available on PC. I can't confirm if it's going to be on Game Pass on PC, but it is definitely hitting Game Pass day one. That's
right.
another.
They did confirm that.
I'm gonna,
day one
you
is
know
going to
what?
be on Game Pass.
I'm gonna need to build a PC one of these days because I just have my Alienware that I use, but other than that I'm on console all the time. So,
right, and that's the thing though. But here's the thing with that, Scott. The reason why I say what I say is because we talk so much about consoles as it is,
right?
And that's all I do. I'm a console main, but
yeah, same.
What about PC? You know what I mean? Like, do I really want to give? It sounds so much great and so much better. Not to mention, you have a built PC that's good for streaming and gaming and stuff like that. I want to be able to be well versed in all platforms, if that makes sense. The only thing I will not touch that I'm still on the edge about is Nintendo Switch. I don't know if I'll ever eventually get one or anything like that. But as far as everything else goes, I want to try to get into PC gaming as well, because some of the games that I play are cross-gen or going to be cross-gen between PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, or all, diverse. Call of Duty is one of them. Soon Destiny 2 is going to be one of them. They announced that a few months back.
Overwatch as well.
Overwatch is one of them.
Yeah, they're all.
I believe Rocket League is getting into that whole scene as well.
Rocket League.
If
they took theirs a minute ago. Yeah,
Rocket League's been in it for a bit.
Right. Yeah. So these are just the cross-platform games that I play that I'm like, you know what, maybe I should take a chance and and go for it. I mean, on top of what we do here on our show and stuff like that, but I want to give it a shot.
We are. I'm gonna go ahead.
Not, let's go.
We are so far off topic right now, y'all. We gotta get back
to it.
Back to Halo. It is releasing holiday season this year, in theory. It doesn't sound like it's going to get pushed back anymore, so we finally have a release date. They showcased a few new abilities, especially with the multiplayer modes. You got a grappling hook now. It looks really exciting. But the biggest news that I think goes. I don't know if a lot of people are talking about it yet, if I'm honest, but it looks like we're getting a new AI. Cortana is no longer with us. It's completely new. Which, okay, so if you look at kind of the way things ended in 4 or Guardians, with the way that it ended, she kind of dies, but this AI is supposed to like die once Cortana dies. So, but she's still alive, which means Cortana might still be alive. So it sounds like they could be setting up a really interesting story of basically trying to get Cortana back.
So as a Halo fan, because I know you've been playing Halo forever. How does that make you feel working with the new AI?
A little heartbroken. Do
you think it's going to change the game, or do you think you might be able to roll with
it? Easily able to roll with it.
Yeah, but when you think about it, Cortana's been there since the beginning, though.
But let's be honest. They're cutting Cortana. At least there's rumors of them cutting Cortana completely from Windows. They disabled a bunch of the features that she's able to do now. I think they're just killing Cortana. I think that's done. They're just killing Cortana. Cortana's gone. Bye. Toodles.
Yeah, because I noticed that on my Windows browser that she's gone too, and I'm just like, where is she?
I know that.
She plays a pivotal part in Halo, though, to me.
She does, and she's super important. So it should be interesting seeing. I don't know if it is like a recreation of Cortana. I couldn't quite tell. I was also only halfway paying attention. So it's all good, guys. All right. Also, so a couple things that they went through. We're just going to kind of skim for a minute here. They announced the Diablo 2, or not announced per se, but kind of brought up the Diablo 2 Resurrected 4K 60 frames per second. They will have cross progression, which is super exciting. They showed a little bit more from Far Cry 6, where we got so much Far Cry 6 stuff.
I can't wait to play that. I can't wait to play it. I played 5.
Just got into Far Cry 5, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably getting 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. So they're getting like
Weird.
DLCs where you like can get into the minds of the villains from the previous stories. I want to say they announced as well like the remaster of 3 or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's it was a big deal. It was a big deal this E3. So lots.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
don't doubt that Far Cry is going to go above and beyond with their add-ons. Like if you look at Far Cry 5's add-ons, you have Mars and the zombies, and then I think it was the Vietnam add-on.
Vietnam, yeah.
They went above and beyond with that game. So I think it's solid. I think it's fair to say that this next game is going to be really good.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. They also announced Forza Horizon 5, which looks just as gorgeous as ever. If you have had a chance to play these games, we mentioned them, but I had a chance to actually get in and try them. I'm still struggling with the controls because of the whole Rocket League situation. I keep reverting back to those ones, and it's so hard to. Anyway,
It's like going from Need for Speed to playing Gran Turismo. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things you just can't. You know what I mean? I totally understand the whole Rocket League reference.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, Forza will be taking place in Mexico. Actually, is where this one will be taking place.
Yes.
So kind of interesting.
I'm actually happy for that one. I can't wait to play that one.
I bet it's gonna be beautiful, man.
It's gonna be good. They're featuring major Mexican cities. It's gonna be good. I'm really excited to see what they can do, especially with the terrain and whatnot. Bringing everything in. Ooh, real pretty. Hey, also available day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. This is it. It's not even about the exclusives. It's about how we're getting the exclusive doodles. That's really what
the delivery of it.
The delivery.
That is something to admire for sure.
I can't, I don't have to go out and spend $60 every time a game releases, especially when it's going to be, so they announce these games. We're getting at least one major title per month for the next, for 10 months.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know how long it's going to be, but
back to Forza real quick though. I do want to say that I think Forza is doing such a better job with the cars and the graphics than Gran Turismo even. And I'm a big Gran Turismo guy. I like Gran Turismo, but at the same time, when you're looking at Forza at the other end, that especially Forza Horizon even, you know what I mean? Like,
all the Horizon games are just gorgeous.
Yes, they're just the visuals, everything, the gameplay, the controls, they just feel so great. But then when you look at Gran Turismo, it's like, yeah, this is good too, but not as big as what Forza is doing. And they don't take up a lot of space on your hard drive either, as compared to Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm super stoked. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. You get a race against other. I mean, it's kind of been the thing that you get a race, at least ghosts of your friends, but being able to go in and play in real time is going to be, it's something awesome. I don't know why I love it so much, but I don't know. Anyway, just gorgeous game. Also announcing Outer Worlds 2. Just a bit of a teaser.
I saw the trailer for that. I saw that whole entire breakdown. I was like, "Oh my god, this took 15 years to make."
Right. I haven't beat the first one though.
I'll
admit I haven't beat it either, but my best friend did because I watched him beat it, and man, just seeing this coming out, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. It's like motivation.
This. It's motivation to go through and beat it now.
To go back and play this game again. Like I said,
I'm excited to see where it goes. So another big announcement. Again, I believe that one as well is one that's going to be on Game Pass day 1. So, again, I cannot stress enough. It's about delivery. I'm not spending $60 for all of these games every month. What Xbox announced and the way that they're doing it is just otherworldly. It's absolutely fantastic. Continuing on though, because we got so many announcements from them. Like I said, 30 total games featured, 27 of them on Game Pass day one. So I'm just trying to cover the ones that I want to cover, and there's still way too many of them. We got Redfall. This is the open world one I was referring to earlier. I apologize, guys. So Redfall is going to be an open world co-op first-person shooter. Your main characters have different abilities. Obviously that's kind of the whole goal of most games and whatever else. But one has telekinesis, one's a sharpshooter, and you're hunting. It's like a futuristic, like apocalyptic, like X-Men meets Borderlands meets vampires. You're hunting vampires. It looks so good. I'm actually I really excited about this one.
You know, when I think about this game though, it reminds me of a mixture between Borderlands and Left 4 Dead. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yep.
This game, if anything, I think when it comes out, it's probably going to shoot for game of the year.
Okay.
You think it's going to be contenders?
Because you have that co-op feature, and even though it's still a first-person co-op shooter, you're playing with your friends, and then probably depending on how good the storyline progression is with that, you know what I mean? Like something like that would, to me personally, would shoot for game of the year. I think it would.
I can see that. I would not argue otherwise.
That's definitely one to keep an eye on.
Right. And I can't wait to play with you guys, because we're definitely, once we get everything going, this is going to be a game that I think we're all going to have to play together.
It's going to be so good. So good. Got to keep them rolling though. Sorry guys. We got, we're just on Xbox and we've already used up this much time. Like, oh my goodness, we're going to have a day. We still got to get a Madden too. So this is going to be a massive episode, and it is absolutely fine because there were so many announcements, really just driving home the point that the fans won this. Like, yes, it may not have meet our expectations. We'll talk about that at the very end. I
think the fans won.
The fans won.
I think the fans
won. Stalker 2 got its release date, April 28th, 2020. So we're a little ways out from that, but it does have its date now.
2020 was last year.
2022. 2022. That's what I said.
2020.
I said 2022.
Okay.
Don't you? No. I know what I said. Just kidding. I may have said 2020. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I say what I want when I want. So most of the time the words are out of my mouth before I've even thought about what I'm actually saying. Like, I just talk for the sake of talking. It's not even that I like to hear my own voice. I hate my voice. It sounds a little nasally at times. But like,
so you're saying something like so Stalker 2 had a release date?
Stalker 2 had a release date.
Is that what it was?
I haven't played the original Stalker. It was kind of an interesting trailer, but never really played it.
It wasn't enough for me to grab my attention.
Not familiar with it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I've started the original Stalker. It wasn't really my play style, and that's all right. Still a big announcement. Sea of Thieves, though, y'all. Sea of Thieves. Okay,
dude, so Sea of Thieves.
I'm actually really excited. I think this was the perfect merger, right? Okay, so they teamed up with Disney. They are bringing Captain Jack Sparrow to Sea of Thieves. It seems so obvious. Why did it not happen before? This game's a few years old. Why did it not happen before?
Yeah, this should have been done already. Yeah.
Right? Like, well, really.
How old is the original Sea of Thieves, though? How old is
3 years?
Oh, okay.
Well, since it's been on console, it's been a couple years now.
Because to me, I think the reason why
March 20th, 2018, 3 years.
So 3 years. I think what they were doing because of contracts and stuff like that, you got to go through Disney.
Oh yeah, because everything went, especially with Amber and Johnny. Yeah, that's right. I'll bet they had to be careful with how they were releasing the character, or at least trying to get him released off of it first. Which, let's just be fair, guys. I'm gonna whisper this.
And we don't hear anything.
So I am really excited for the part where they bring in Spider-Man.
All right, I'm sorry.
Spider-Man comes in because it's Disney owned now, right? Like, so we can bring.
What's up?
No, they have like a Disney deal, so they can do like Captain America's on a boat. I'm all right, cool. I'll play Sea of Thieves now.
They could do something like that, but that would just be taking out of context of the game itself.
Totally
Yeah,
fair. I was
I
just
think
trying to come up with
the
filler while
context.
the mic was muted, to be fair.
I know.
Oh.
This. Okay, so I have a pretty mic. It's real pretty. I love it. But
I like it.
the problem that I
It's a
have with
laser
it
mic.
is there's a mute button at the top.
Yeah.
I just tap it again, and so like it has the mute button, right?
Yeah.
And I accidentally hit the mute button while I was trying to whisper into the mic, and that's on me. And I'm not going to apologize anymore because I've apologized enough.
So what do we have next?
See if he's getting Jack Sparrow. I'm super excited. All right. Back for Blood. This was another big one. It got its own segment. Just so many announcements surrounding it.
We are very excited.
It is Left 4 Dead on steroids. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The words. Okay. Thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts on Back for Blood then? Now that you've kind of had a chance to see it, what are your thoughts?
Another one of those games that gave me chills, man.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing, Left 4 Dead, but all of them with my best friend on his Xbox, and this just gives us a reason to play it again and actually have him come by the house and for us to chill and bring back that nostalgia that we had when we played games.
Right.
I think that game personally for me though is like, all right, let's come together and rekindle what we lost all those years ago when we lost the last.
How long has it been?
Exactly, and
we've been waiting for this game. How long has it been?
I felt like the last game left us with a big ass cliffhanger. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't. It just, to me, I just don't think it was fulfilled, and I think we're getting ready to fulfill it finally. And
that's okay. I mean, I can see where coming from.
27 by now.
I would argue. I'm going to argue though. I'm gonna take a step back and argue that with all the updates they made to Left 4 Dead recently, they kind of covered their tracks there. They did that full circle and then said, "Yo, moving on. Like it's time to go." So I am thinking it's just a different direction, a new step up. I don't think it's going to be anything close to like it's gonna feel the same because it's the same company, but I think this is gonna be its own independent thing, and I'm hoping that it's steroided.
It's gonna be sweet.
It's going to be sweet. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and breeze through the rest of these. Psychonauts 2, they did more with Yakuza. They announced Contraband, which got a teaser trailer that didn't really do much or tell us much. We got Grounded, Battlefield 2042. We did get a little bit more from there from Ubisoft. We kind of covered that in the last episode if you get the chance.
That trailer was amazing though.
Oh, it's so good. I'm really
see the part. Did it have the part where they paid homage to that trick shot?
Yeah.
With the oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That trick shot. That thing was awesome. Do you see the original clip?
It's gonna be good. Yes, yes. A lot of people put it on Twitter afterwards, just like, "Oh, look what they did!" Like, okay, yeah, we know. Yeah, but I'm interested in seeing if they can compete with Call of Duty now. Like before, I've mentioned it. You don't hear a lot of them. Like, yeah, they released Battlefield 5, but like it didn't really blow up. I'm interested in seeing if they can match Call of Duty, and this looks like too.
Well, the thing with Battlefield is they just keep coming up with slow attacks. Like their fan base is really dedicated. But they just don't. They're just not as consistent with their releases, and that's kind of the downside.
Which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Call of Duty is so much copy and paste. It makes it hard to play sometimes. Oh wow, cool, you added a new color of gun, but it still shoots the same. It's still the same game mode, same everything. Like why do I care? Yeah. And then Flight Simulator. Sorry, moving on. Flight Simulator. Just to
finally coming to console.
Flying planes.
So I'm actually really interested. I need to figure this out. So I have 3 monitors. So I have 3 27-inch monitors, right? So it basically encompasses me. Like I'm touching the sides of my monitors, y'all. It encompasses me. I want Flight Simulator. I want a racing wheel. I want like the flight joysticks. I want a racing wheel. I want to turn this desk into like a fake like virtual, I don't know the term I'm looking for, like simulator. I'm gonna turn this into a simulator. Is what I want to do here. If anybody wants to make donations and send me a wheel, I want to do it.
And here at Button
Flight
Mashing, we do
Simulator is
take
what I wanna do that way.
sponsorships for these kinds of things too. We will advertise your stuff, please.
Yeah.
Anywho, all right, moving on. All right, we do have only have a few more minutes here to cover the rest of this. So we are gonna kind of skim mostly Monday for the most part. I'm gonna cut a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you, but nonetheless, all right. Square Enix. So guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Square Enix. I'm not saying they make bad games, because they don't. They make great games, and they're a lot of fun to a lot of people. I have a hard time getting into Square Enix games. I don't know what I love the Avengers. So as we're moving forward here, we'll talk. We'll put some emphasis there. But Square Enix is one I've never been good with. I don't know.
Big with.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna put that little disclaimer here. We got Guardians of the Galaxy footage, and really showed the dynamic of the team itself. So we're looking. Got a real glimpse at all of them. As I mentioned, I enjoyed the Avengers, so I'm hoping I enjoy this one. But what are your guys' thoughts on having a separate Guardians of the Galaxy game?
I think it's a good thing, and later on down the line, if they do an Avengers 2, I think it'll have a merger between the, once Guardians of the Galaxy gets some traction or something, I think there's going to be I got to take this.
Absolutely. All right. So,
with that being said, this is the first time hearing about this game, but it
really?
sounds awesome. If that's the case, going along with Jay's idea, though, if it does bring it towards a storyline that brings in another Avengers game where you get to bring everyone together, I love the idea of the possibilities that this game brings.
Yeah, no, they really can match it the same way they did the movies, where they're like, oh, this is its own independent thing. This is its own independent thing. Psych, never mind, they're together.
Yeah.
Square, I don't know. It also just feels like it could be, I'm interested in seeing how it's not a DLC, right? Like, how is this its own game versus just being a DLC to the Avengers? Like, our next topics, which is another announcement, Avengers War for Wakanda story trailer. This has to be one you looked up. Come on now. Have you seen?
I've seen the teaser for this. I have not seen the actual trailer.
Oh my goodness, dude! It looks so good. So good.
I am very excited for this, though.
Finally get to see him truly in action. Really, like, we're getting new enemies. They have like these spider bug things now. I don't know if that was in the original game, but like it is definitely, it all takes place. It looks like it primarily takes place in Wakanda. There it is. Bring Jay on for this here. Yes, absolutely. Jay, did you have a chance to see the trailer?
Yes, I did. And this is what I have to say about this.
Thoughts?
I am super stoked that we finally get a chance to play T'Challa in an actual game setting like this for Avengers. And I think this was way, way overdue, because I think this is what's going to bring it back. We already saw what the Red Room kind of did, and it was it was okay, but the fact that I get to play as T'Challa, like, I am super stoked about this.
I'm watching it right now.
It's gonna be good.
It is. This is something that Fortnite could never do. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you can bring Black Panther into the game and all this other good stuff and pay homage and show respect, and that's fine. But at the same time, you have to understand the backstory of what it takes to truly be the king of Wakanda. And I think that this storyline is definitely going to open it up a lot. Yeah. And I am way beyond excited to see what's going to happen with this. And I would like to see look at Scott's face as he's watching the trailer.
Okay, you keep watching that. We're gonna try to move on, guys. We are short on time because we still got to get to our main topic here.
It looks really good. Okay,
stop talking now. I don't know why I screamed. I don't know. We're gonna do it. We're gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna mute you guys. That's what I need to do. This is my show now. They're just here for decorations. They're just here for deck. All right, no, I kid. All right, guys, come on back. We do need to move on. Seriously, we are short on time.
Move on though.
We got to move. Square Enix releasing Babylon's Fall. Looks like a Dark Souls, Diablo, WoW situation, World of Warcraft. It looks a little shoddy, if I'm honest, but whatever. We're getting Life is Strange Remaster. We're getting Life is Strange 2, which is kind of cool. We got Hitman Sniper, The Shadows, Nier Reincarnation, Nier, I don't know, Final Fantasy, all coming to mobile as well. So they're all getting their own mobile games. Meh, in my opinion, but whatever. Again, I'm cutting most of Monday at this point because it didn't interest me, so I don't care. The only thing that I care about that I really wanted to make sure to bring up, Razer. Y'all, I'm sick of this. Like, it feels scammy at this point. They announced the Raptor 27. Okay. Now, I get it. It is 165 hertz, QHD, THX certified. It is I'm sure it's beautiful. This monitor is $800. $800 for a monitor. I have a hard time justifying 3. Much less 8.
Yeah. That sounds pricey. Right? Yeah.
It's gouging. It's price gouging. Why do you need that? Like, what are you doing on a 27-inch monitor that you're not doing on a giant TV? Just get a TV.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, okay. Moving on. Capcom. Resident Evil DLC.
Yeah.
Village DLC. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No. Okay. No. We've talked about this on the show. Thoughts?
I beat the game. I haven't seen anything else on it. But yeah, that's cool. I'll play it.
Man.
That's kind of where the rest of this episode all feels, or the rest of the E3 side of things feels. Is it all feels yeah. All right, cool.
I feel like we should have built up to the Jack Sparrow thing.
Right, almost. That really was the biggest announcement of the day so far. Jack Sparrow. I don't know why. Anyway, no, we're about to get to the real stuff here. So we're gonna cover Capcom. One last thing: Resident Evil Reverse to launch July of 2022. So cool.
I can see that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Nintendo. I'm gonna give us until 50. Once we hit the 50-minute mark, we're done with Nintendo. I'm cutting you off. You got 7 minutes to discuss this. Are you ready? All right. 7 minutes. Let's roll. Breath of the Wild 2. Scott.
Yeah. This game looks like it's the game that the fans wanted. My wife, who is a very big fan of the Zelda franchise. This game looks sweet. The new things that they have, the portal thing I saw in the trailer looks cool, and I'm excited to see how it ties in with the other game and what they're doing with the story.
Fantastic.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really big as being in on a Zelda type game because I played Nintendo, but not to that extent. You know what I mean? But
I get that.
The trailer did look amazing for it, though. So I'll give it that much. So for all those who want to play, go for it.
And the Breath of the Wild one was like the first one was just so beautiful. It would this second one's going to be breathtaking.
It better be. I need y'all to gain the energy back. I screamed at you, and then you're like, fine, I won't talk anymore.
I feel like I'm in detention.
I know. Y'all got y'all in trouble.
Jay, I think your shirt is really cool, and I wanted to say that loudly.
There it is. Yes. All right. Cool. No, Breath of the Wild, too. So this was kind of the game that everybody anticipated was going to happen, right? Like, that's this. Right. This is. They're like, okay, it has to happen, and they've been so secretive about it. It's interesting getting the teaser kind of trailer that we got. I don't know. I mean, it looks dark. So what, Doodles, you played the first one, or at least watched the significant other.
Yeah.
How dark did that get? And does this look like it could potentially be darker?
It got pretty heavy. And this one it looks like it's taking it even further. So yeah, I think your first analysis is correct. It's they're taking it a step further. It's gonna get interesting. Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Ultimate. We got DLC announcements revealed. Yes. All right.
I can't wait to play that.
Tell me.
That one I will play.
I'm gonna butcher the name, man. Can you? Okay. Say the name, Jay. I will butcher it. I will. I'm so terrible. Kayuza. I don't know.
For
Kayuza?
the director.
Oh,
Of the
the
game?
DLC, the character we're getting.
Oh, I believe it's
no, it's-
Kayuza.
Kayuza. Yeah,
I think you
that's how
said it
you say
right the
it.
first time.
All right, yeah, all right, cool. All right, we are also getting Metroid Dead coming to Switch October 8th. It's the one I'm really excited about.
Samus is
It's the one we're
coming
gonna
back in
spend time on.
2D, and I
Wait.
love it.
Wait, is it
What's up?
Kazuya?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. We're gonna move past it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
guys,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
fine.
All right, we can keep going.
I'm
That's
sorry.
cool.
It's yeah. Moving on.
Metroid.
Mario Party Superstars. Did you guys see this? Okay. Did you see this? Doodles, this is one you're getting with me. We're going to. You and I are playing this one because I'm so
We're gonna play
excited.
this one. Okay.
So it's basically a throw. It looks like it's just retro. It's throwbacks. It's retro. So it takes all of the fan favorites from all of the maps, all the game modes, all of the mini games, everything, and throws them all together. So we're getting 100 different mini games, over 100 different mini games.
Yep.
Completely online. You can play with your friends from multiplayer. Which we announced a few weeks ago on the show. They were kind of doing that to Mario Party, but
This is gonna be the ultimate party game. This game is awesome.
Ultimate party game. It's gonna be so good.
Oh
and then the next one on the list. Now these are not in order of how they were announced at this point. I had to look a lot of them up after the fact because I was at work when I was watching, so I couldn't take notes. So then the next one on the list is WarioWare. I'm like, how do you put even if you're just putting it on a website, right, listing it out for everybody? How do you put Mario Party and then follow it with WarioWare? Like, what?
WarioWare.
Did you see the trailer for this?
I have no idea what it is.
It looks like it looks to me like some independent game. Right?
Okay.
Like, oh, go rip the mask off this person as they get ready for bed. Oh, you got to put toothpaste. Like, why?
So
What?
my question is there just like a group of Wario fanatics in the Nintendo headquarters just hidden by like the janitor's closet on like the 14th floor that the elevator doesn't go to? The 14th floor doesn't exist, but they're there. They're going there.
They have this security
WarioWare
clearance for just making Wario games and throwing him in whenever they want. Just disappear into the floor and make it.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you guys on that one.
That's
all right.
Interesting throw.
Just do Mario Party and WarioWare.
Okay,
Moving on.
but then we're throwing it back here, and we're also getting Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope. Looks like it's taking place mostly in space. We got new villains for it. Ooh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
So
Actually, I've never played any of these games. I don't know if it's gonna be any good. I actually haven't played the Mario and Rabbids games. They look fun. They look silly.
Rabbits look great. Hey, you know what? I like I'm just gonna say it. Hot take here. I think the rabbits are great.
Okay.
I think it's a good game. I mean, I've played a couple of them, and I thought they were okay for the time that I played inside the store.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a few years since they've released one, hasn't it?
You guys remember when you guys remember Walmart?
While I was playing the game in the store, so I thought it was fun.
You guys remember like Walmart like 10 years ago where you're just like,
the display shelves, yes, where you had your
yeah, that's exactly what I did too. I actually did it at a display when I
no, you're right. That's
and GameStop
played a lot of different
GameStop from time to time will have them on display too.
Yeah, they still do it up at the very front, especially I'm sure they have a PS5. I haven't been in store purchasing stuff in a hot minute. But
anyways, I didn't mean to derail us.
All right, no, you're good. No, you're 100% right. All right, last couple games here that I wanted to bring up. Mario Golf, Super Rush, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Okay.
Yes, Kakarot.
That's about the reaction I
I
expected.
just downloaded the new DLC and it's great.
Hey,
Okay.
there we go. Hey, it's a good game.
That's really fair. Okay, so tell us about the game then. I didn't play this one. It's me to me.
With Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you're actually pretty much playing as Goku from the very beginning, like going against Raditz. Like it literally details the absolute truth of the show all the way to the DLCs, which go into Super. If you're paying attention to the anime at all, it literally depicts the anime straight on, and then it has Super, the movies, all added on in it. So
No, we're done. All right, we hit our 50-minute mark. That is the end of our conversation. I was really hoping one of you guys was going to be in the middle of the sentence when I got to do that, and I'm so glad that you were, Jay. And thank you so much because I just wanted to.
I was paying attention to the time, so I was waiting for something to happen.
Oh, I was sitting here. I'm
really
counting
good,
down. If you look, go back and look at the film, and you can see me count down on my fingers, just like yes, it's gonna happen. But guys, hey, no, listen. It is time for our main topic today, y'all. Which if you don't know, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Jay. First off, just going to get that one out of the way. Happy Father's Day.
I appreciate that.
We know we'll go ahead and big round of applause.
Yeah, Dad.
Yay. That's so long sometimes.
He's destroying my living room.
It is what it is. Kids will be kids. That's a reasonable kids will be kids moment. So happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to my dad. He's my best friend. He's the reason I'm really into gaming. He's I remember sitting on the edge of his bed playing PlayStation. We just had a PlayStation 1 and a Nintendo 64. I mean, this was back, even though I was like
in the 90s, man. That's
15, 16. That's all we had. So it was so much fun, and just sitting with him and playing, he's the one that really got me into gaming. So happy Father's Day. Because of that, our main topic today is going to be Madden. Now, hi Madden. Wait, that's the only reveal I have, unfortunately, though. I don't have like a
we need a drum roll.
Triumphant, like a drum roll or anything.
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
We'll work on it.
We'll get something. We'll see what we can do, guys. Madden. Okay, so when you think of your dad, like football comes to mind, right? That's why we chose this one. Now,
yeah.
Coincidentally, and this was all coincidence. I had absolutely nothing to do with this. Coincidentally, big news coming from Madden. The cover art being, and you can't really see it in the background, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady for 2022. Interesting choice. I will. Oh, you know what, y'all? I forgot to
do that every year, dude. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
this breaks the Madden curse into two.
I mean, it does. It does.
Yeah, let's see two careers go weird for a bit.
The weird part, y'all. Okay, but listen. Like it was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers, right? Like they said we're gonna start putting some MVPs up on the. If you're MVP, you're the cover. Do you know why it's not Aaron Rodgers? Do you actually know why it's not Aaron Rodgers?
I do not know why.
Isn't there something going on with his contract with the Packers right now?
Listen. Yes. All right.
Listen.
Hey.
Hey, listen, look.
Yes, both at the same time. All right. So it comes down to he wants out of his contract. There's major speculations that he doesn't want to play for Green Bay anymore. But because he hasn't been traded, because he hasn't been hasn't left, he's not a free agent. He's still stuck wearing Packers gear. So ultimately, what's going to end up happening is they'd have put him on the cover just for him to be traded. So they elected not to put him on the cover and instead put the MVPs, Mr. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. So anyway, there's your fun fact. That's what happened.
Hey,
that's all speculation, 100% speculation. I have no inside track on that. It just kind of makes sense to me that they wouldn't want to put him on there, but that's just me.
Right.
All right, guys, let me break down Madden for you. So the Madden was originally conceived by Trip Hawkins. He's the founder of EA. It was conceived in 1984 when he asked John Madden to sponsor the game.
Yep.
Problem is, John Madden wanted the game as realistic as possible. And I think that's kind of part of one thing that we need to keep in mind through all of this. John Madden wants the game as realistic as possible. Okay, so keep that in mind, y'all, as we go through this, because he wanted it so realistic, they didn't get the first game out until 1988. It took 4 years for them to actually put this together. Now, again, in video game worlds, that's not super long. But when you're doing sports and eventually get to the point where you're pumping them out each year, it's hard to be realistic and trying to do it in a short amount of time. It's not going to happen. And John Madden was extremely hands-on. So
for that era, yes.
Yes. Keep in mind, so although the first game released in 88, they only moved to the yearly release in 1990. The game was actually originally called John Madden Football. That was the name of the game, John Madden Football. It wasn't until 1993 that it changed to Madden NFL. So 93 is when it kind of became the game that we know and love. So much more to it, though. Okay, so they try to make sure everything that is constantly progressing, right? And John is still, so he retired from commentating in 2009. But because they still pay to use his license, which is like $2 to $3 million a year just to have his name on it, much less the work he actually puts into the game as well. So this dude is so hands-on that they basically try to add new things every year. I'm just going to go ahead and point out some of the key ones here. And I know I'm kind of rambling on to begin. Some of the key changes to the game. Madden 2004 was the first year to introduce franchise mode, where you could franchise mode. 2008 was the first year they introduced the hit stick. Still key to this game, and it's still primarily what I use when trying to tackle people. Why? Because I suck at the game. Easy. That's why. I try to tackle everybody. Right?
I want the fumbles. Let's go.
And then you have Madden 25, the 25th anniversary, released in 2013, which is one of the first games to release with updated rosters, like in-season roster changes. You can play live. It's more of that.
If something happens,
it was very close
in the game.
Yeah, it was very, very close-handed. So, anyway, there's your basic rundown of the Madden games. We're currently at Madden 22, having just been announced. We will be breaking down momentarily 20, 21, and 22, all of the biggest announcements from it. But guys, I want to hear from you. What's you guys? I mean, y'all grew up playing Madden, right? I know Googles did. What is your favorite Madden game? What when you think Madden, what game comes to mind? What
I have two.
All right.
So NFL Street. Now I know it's not a Madden game.
Well, it's not quite a Madden game.
But I'm going football. I'm going the other way with it. NFL Street, and then I'm also going Blitz. I gotta bring Blitz out because Blitz was awesome.
That was the 64. NFL Blitz.
Yeah. They also had it in the arcades and stuff too.
That was such a good game. Game. But nonetheless, Jay, what about you? What year stands out for Madden?
For the year in question for me will always forever be Madden 2000. When you're watching the intro to that and you see dude take that hit and lose his helmet, I was so done. And I would also say Madden 2004 because it's also the year I graduated from high school, but also because they introduced some new things to that. And I thoroughly those two games within the 4-year span, you just
2000
really my brother played a lot of 2000 together, so that's a big one.
I mean, because sometimes I wish when you're playing the Maddens in the mid to late 2000s like we are now, I wish you can still use the same controls as if you're playing Madden 2004 controls in 2021. So I do agree with some of the classic arcade handling on the controller and stuff like that, but those two will forever stick out. You know what I mean? Those two just felt great.
They were just ones that really stood out as being
they felt good,
the better copies of the games,
right? And it just felt like it. Now it feels like it's too damn complicated because you're learning new things and it's like, what is this?
Let's do this.
I enjoy it. I suck at it. I enjoy it, but I suck at it.
All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to tell you guys mine. I don't know what year it is, so I really don't know what year it is. But the year that stands out to me was the year just before. Okay, so one year it was hit A, then when it got to the top, you hit A again. When it drops back down, you got hit A again. That was the year, because the next year it went to the joystick, where you had to time the joystick.
Yeah, that was 2005 when that happened.
Was that 5 when that happened?
Yeah,
so mine would have been 2004. Mine would have been 2004. The year before they changed it was the ultimate game for me. That was the one that I played. So 2004 was the ultimate one. And like I said, I mean, that was the first one to introduce franchise mode as well. I mean, that one, a whole other level.
What are your thoughts on their story mode that they've been putting out?
Well, all right.
A chance to check it out at all? I played it a little bit. I'm curious to see if you guys have.
I don't care for it.
Moving in. Let's break it down. Let's break it down before we go too far. So, story mode really started with Madden 20. Now, Madden 20 featured Patrick Mahomes on the cover. So this 22 is actually Patrick's second time on the cover, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You were talking about a game mode where so their stories are set up now where it's tied into college football, because there's no college football. Okay, so the newest stories start with, and really the newest, it was a feature that came out with Madden 20. You start in college, you are you've been sitting on the bench for 4 years. You were this touted quarterback out of high school. You're sitting on the bench for 4 years. Suddenly you get thrown into the big game. You're in the playoffs. And you have to lead your team to a victory, having never actually played on the team. You know, you've never played a snap of college. So those are the stories that we're referring to. No one believes in you. So that said, now let's ask the question: what do you guys feel of the story? How do you guys feel it? Did it add anything to the game? What are your thoughts? Go ahead.
I understand it wasn't your favorite, Jay, but for me, I enjoyed the cinematic side of it, the storytelling, and it was a lot more of like your choose your own adventure, whereas like you're answering dialogue, and however you played the situation would affect how that person would treat you. And it was kind of a mini game. I enjoyed that part of it. I thought it was a lot of fun to just kind of mess around with it and see what would happen.
I'll be honest, I didn't care.
That's fair.
I didn't care for it. Honestly,
didn't care for it. It's why?
Because I think here's the thing. I think they're just jamming too much content into one game, and a lot of things are being copied over from previous games, from previous Madden games, I should say. And this is something that was brung up by another YouTuber by the name of Young Yeah, and it was a big old thing last year from 19 to 20. They still had 19 placement stuff in the actual in 20.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes, and, specifically Seattle Stadium. They had banners 19. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give them a pass. Why do you need to completely recreate a stadium? Why do you need to recreate a stadium? If you have the code, why do you need to create it every year? It's a stadium. It doesn't change unless there's modifications, unless they do renovations.
As they're upping,
I'll give them a pass on that one.
I was thinking maybe as they up the graphics, but still, even then, these are some things that you need to pay attention to.
The attention to detail.
Attention to detail, and not to mention, it felt super rushed. The last few Maddens felt super rushed. I don't care too much for the storyline. I mean, it's cool that we get one, but the original aspect behind career mode was fine as it was. That's just adding more content.
So I feel like they're more
for no reason to me personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like they're more evolving though, giving you more ways to play the game, because you had just before it was just your franchise mode, or you'd play as your my character. Now it's giving you more ways to just enjoy the game for longer, and they're releasing them every year. So I think I see this as an absolute win.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back here, because I'm gonna agree with Jay, but for different reasons. Okay, you ready for this? Okay. Because it actually counters Doodles a little bit as well. I'm not a fan of the story mode because I don't feel like it's enough. Like, cool, I play 2 college football games. And then I'm just playing a standard franchise. Cool. It seemed, I'm trying to win. Like I don't feel like they added enough to the story to make it a story. Like,
right.
That's another.
Yeah, sure. You get some input, you get some, but all you have to do is win 2 football games, and then you're just playing regular franchise. So I would agree that like it not a fan, but for the opposite reason, I think it wasn't enough. I think they need an actual story. If you're gonna put in a story, you know?
Right.
Fair
But
enough.
just me. Okay, so also I want to tell y'all a story real quickly about this story mode, okay? Because I made some decisions. All right, so I started playing on my Xbox because that's just where I play, you know, multiplayer games. I get it for free with Game Pass, whatever else, right? So I start playing and I get walloped. Oh, I got walloped over and over again. And I'm like messing with the settings, whatever else. I'm like, you know what? Fine. I give up. I'm moving to my PlayStation. So I moved over to my PlayStation, mostly just in case Doodles wanted to play with me, if I'm being honest with you, right? And suddenly I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm hitting my receivers. I'm doing real well. And then I look and the game's been set to rookie setting. And I listen, I'm not bashing on that at all. If you put it on rookie settings, it's okay. Play the game where you're most fun. But when you feel good about yourself thinking that you're doing something more than what you are, it kind of hurts a little bit when like, oh, well, no wonder they weren't picking that ball. No wonder they didn't hit the tackle there. No wonder it's kind of disappointing, and it really turned me off to it. But there's your random story of the day. I don't know.
I tried to play on all Madden at one point, and there's just no way.
They also have
I know people who'll do it. I don't understand it, but yeah. I know people who will, and they're next level. They're just otherworld people.
Yeah.
You also have Ultimate Team, which is basically the cards, and you're basically playing a trading card game, and then you add them to your team, and like that's fun.
I enjoy that. I'm gonna be real.
It feels like a gamble, though, doesn't it? Like,
it is a gamble.
Well, they have the store, right? Like,
they do have a store, so if you want, and if you want to spend money, that you do have that option. But there are ways to earn the cards.
But see that just goes down to EA and the loot box system, and you know what I mean.
But that's the video game system as a whole. Like that's where it's at everywhere.
RGB.
FIFA. You know what I mean? Like it just
I get where you're coming from. I don't personally like it because it just like it feels random. I don't get to play with who I want. Like, yeah, sure, it keeps people from getting all-star teams, but like I want an all-star team. Like that's why I play the game. Right. All right, dude, go ahead, keep going. You can keep arguing your point. I know we're both like
you're good. No, you're good. I was just saying it's fun. You get to it's friendly as far as if you're looking for a player, the auction house is always there. You can buy cards. People are always selling them, and they're generously priced half the time. You can, I mean, they have a market. It's just based on how much the card is worth.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they started throwing NFTs in this next.
Please no! Like, don't give them any ideas. I'm gonna go ahead and just. He's not allowed to give us any more ideas. He's been muted. He's not allowed to give them any more ideas because
so while we're over here, can anyone tell me what an NFT is? So I might get cut
I can explain it to you. I can almost explain it to you after.
No, that's fine. No, you're good.
At the end of the day here, 4 words. I can explain it in 4 words. It is a scam.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
It is a scam.
It's a scam. It's a scam. All of it. It's basically creating your own money and then deciding how much it's worth. And then once you've done that, you've decided how much it's worth. Yes, things are selling for millions of dollars, but it's actually like a fake currency. It's not really. It's dumb and it's stupid and it's a ripoff. It's a scam. I don't know.
Do you have more stuff you wanted to say?
Yes, Madden 21. We're going to go ahead and move right on here. So Madden 21 introduces more modes here. We are looking at the yard. It's a backyard style. You get, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cannot say his name. He becomes a playable character. Yeah. So they added a few more things in 21. But, so to Jay's point earlier, this is the game that very specifically has mixed reviews from players and fans, but mostly negative reviews from fans because it has been so copy and paste. They don't feel it's very innovative. Like, yeah, sure, you add the backyard mode, but like That's what we have NFL Street for. So cool.
Right.
But other than that, it's just copy and paste. We're just playing the same game, different year. What's the point? So this is really the one that I want to point out. Like, yo, stop copy pasting. Give me something new.
Yeah.
You know.
Otherwise, turn your game into an ongoing platform.
Mhm.
I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you know what I think they should do too? I think that
Mhm.
EA Sports should take a break from Madden for 1 year to get it right.
Something.
Instead of trying
Get
to
it.
release the game every single year. Take a
Yup.
break for a year. It's okay to take a break for a year. We're
Mhm.
gonna be okay. Because with everything that we're able to do now in Madden, we can still update it and move things around ourselves. But
You
give
can-
it a year
yeah.
to get it right, to make
You
sure
can-
it's good. 2
Yeah.
years is fine. You have the year from the game that originally drops to a year after that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like to
Yes.
get it right.
To that point, look at what Assassin's Creed is doing, right? They said, oh, this game is working. It is selling better than any other Assassin's Creed game has ever sold. Cool. Let's keep pumping out DLCs for it. We don't have to push a new Assassin's Creed right away. Sure, we can be working on it in the background, but we don't have to be pushing a new one right now. We're just going to keep adding content to this game,
Mhm.
keep people playing this game,
Mhm.
and we'll release something dope in 4 years, whatever else. They
Mhm.
could very easily follow that character model.
Oh, hands down,
But-
you could easily follow it.
But, y'all, what more can you do with football? It's at some point, it's got to be the same game over and over again. So that
I'm
begs
gonna
the
play
question.
devil's advocate. I think it's
Well,
fun.
go ahead.
I think it's fun to get a new one every year. You
Yes.
know what? You wrap
Okay.
it in another present. It's kind of fun. I think it's good. Come out with new stuff, and keep the very short storylines coming. They're good.
I agree.
And Doodles, you get to answer my next question first, just for that answer. All right,
Okay.
because this is how things are going to play out. Madden 2022, got Madden 22 coming out here. Okay, now I'm going to give maybe something to help out, but they also announced NCAA football is coming back. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that said, what can Madden do? The NFL, EA, what can they do to push Madden 2022 into the next level of games? How do they keep it from being uninnovative? How do they keep it from failing? I mean, I guess is the best term. How do you keep it fresh?
So the problem is I think as long as you keep trying to come up with new ideas, the fan base will see it. But their market, they already have their market. The people who play Madden every year, they're going to buy the next one. That's what they do.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of just what happens. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I as far as like keeping it going into the next level of gaming, I think you'd have to watch out for the college fans. With NCAA coming back. But I mean, as far as to most people, like a lot of people play Madden, it's just there. It's always just been around.
I feel that. Just stay true to your audience. Basically, is what you're saying there.
That's kind of the whole deal. It's just like keep bringing it out and then trying to keep expanding on it.
I think that's a fair take. What are you hoping to see? How can they innovate?
I don't know, because to me it seems like this is just a desperation move. They understand that the pandemic hit and it was kind of hard, and maybe we should give them a chance to play some college teams, like if you want to play the Gators versus the Bulldogs or something like that with UGA, or Michigan State versus USC or something like that. So I don't know. It just feels odd as far as innovation goes. I don't think they really could change the dynamic any more than what they already have, because it seems like what they're going to do is have a chance to sync the two games together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And have like a draft mode or something like that when the draft comes in.
Okay. Here's how you do this. Okay. So we're gonna tie everything all together with Madden today. You ready for this? This is gonna be beautiful. So here's what you do. You take NFL or NCAA. when it releases, NCAA, and you put a straight up story mode. You create a character. You are recruited. You are wooed. You get to visit the different campuses. You get to practice with different teams. Full on, you are a high school student in the NCAA video game world, okay? And you start there. Now, you get to pick your school. Once you pick your school, you go in and you start your season. Okay, but you have to make it so that it actually develops into a story, right? So maybe one week you get an injury, right? Or someone else, we have the transfer portal going on now. You know, maybe you have to work the transfer portal. Someone else comes in, de-seats you, right? Like suddenly you're not the starting quarterback anymore. You have to decide what you want to do. And it's completely RNG based. You know, you could do it as a linear story for everybody, whatever else. But you can weave things in and out and make it this whole experience where you have to decide what you're going to do with your life as a college football star from the beginning to the end. Now, as Jay mentioned, you have to tie it together. So they started doing this when the games originally were released, when they originally had the NCAA and the Madden. They actually brought it in where it crossed over, right? So you could be drafted and play your same character. That's all you have to do. Keep that up. Now it's a completely different ballgame because although you don't have to do the transfer portal anymore, guess what? There's 3 rookies right behind you that are all vying for position. So they kind of just branch off and expand on what you already have existing with the franchise mode. And that makes it 2 different games that you can traverse from start to finish, and it will take you years upon years, season upon season upon years upon years to actually play this. And it merges the 2 together while simultaneously making them their own game, do their own thing, their own setup, whatever else. And you don't even have to do it that way. And I think if they can do that, these games could shape up to be dope, but they absolutely have to find a way to merge these together, or else it is not going there. It's just going to end up right back at square one. This game isn't innovative enough. You're not adding enough things. You're not doing enough because you're not. They're not. Yeah, they're not. So anyway, I think those are awesome answers to both of you. I think at this point that just about covers all of the Madden games. Ultimately, they have gotten a bit dry, but we all still enjoy them. We all still definitely enjoy them. I think we're all getting a little bit tired. I can see it in all of our faces. I'm the only one that's kind of just like, I could still talk. But that's how my brain works. I can always still talk. So I have one more big thing, guys, because I threatened. So first off, E3. Let's round up E3 real quick. Xbox One. I lost my my PlayStation account. It's completely gone. Hackers took over. It's completely shot. So for that reason, this week completely and utterly belongs to Xbox. Xbox wins this week. PlayStation can try again another time because they do have their own thing happening soon. So they'll get their shot. Something like that. They'll get their shot. But this week belongs to Xbox because honestly, fuck whoever took my account.
Yeah.
Sorry. This week belongs to Xbox. All right, we got Square Enix. We covered everything. But ultimately, guys, Madden, absolutely fantastic. Here is our big announcement. I mentioned this last week. That Doodles could pick my punishment if I didn't do this. So we're gonna do it. It's completely. It's gonna be a bit of a test to begin here. Okay, we're not sure how exactly it's going to work. Well, we know exactly how it's going to work. The problem is their schedules. So I would promise, whatever happens, we will always give you advanced notice of this. Okay. But that said, every week, we are not every week, most weeks, we're going to try to do it every week if at all possible. We are going to be streaming to the Gaggle of Geeks fan page, which is rightfully named the Geek Dome. It's just a group essentially. You can join us. We will be streaming. So, way it's going to work is if you want to catch all 3 of us, we will be available in the Geek Dome, on our Twitch, and on our YouTube. Those are the only 3 places where you can catch all 3 of us. From there, if you want to just watch me, if you want to just watch Doodles, if that's your exclusive, the exclusive stream that you want to watch, they are going to be streaming directly to their own Twitches as well. So we're going to have a few different places that you can catch us, but the only 3 places that you can catch all 3 of us on the same screen We'll show you how it'll get done next week. It's going to be in that Geek Dome on our Twitch or on our YouTube. So please, please, please come follow. Again, that is the Geek Dome. I think I forgot to put a link in the description, but I will make sure that we put some links out there and get things ready to go. Yeah, that's the big announcement. So, you know, we will be doing
Awesome. Come join.
It's going to be good. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to see what we can do. Part of this as well, we've had a few other podcasts and whatnot asking for some collabs, and we want to be able to bring more people on and whatnot. So we figure if we're streaming, the end goal is whoever can make it. But if we're hoping to bring on some other podcasts as well. So if you're interested in versing us, we're going to get things established first and just do the few of us. But if you are interested in collaborating on this and being a part of this stream, please hit me up. We can go ahead. We'll throw it out. I changed things up. There it is. Technically, the email address is on the bottom there. buttonmashingwithnateslegend@gmail.com. We got our own. Also, if you have any merch, please send us a picture. Again, I'm going to throw it out. I think this is last week. I'm going to throw this out here. Send us a picture. I haven't gotten anything yet. We're well over time. Doodles, where can our viewers find you? Let's go ahead and close things out.
I'll be streaming to Doodly Do at Twitch, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep, Twitch. I love it. Jay, what about you?
And you can catch me on YouTube at Jay Moore Gaming or something. I forgot. I think I changed it back.
It's all right.
I had to for email purposes because I'm sending out emails, and or you can find me.
Check
on
out the link
there
tree.
You
Check out his link tree. He'll have it all. We'll all have it right there.
A lot better.
Yeah, all things Jay.
Yeah, and then you guys can also catch me on there because I did a video recently where I tried this little thing right here that's gonna continuously stay wrapped. If you haven't paid attention to Facebook, or if you haven't,
go check it out. Go check it out.
I eat Marmite for the first time, and I will never do that shit ever again.
Go check out the video if you haven't yet, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, the link tree across the bottom there. Go check that out. I am NatesLegend. I will be streaming to NatesLegend, at least the Twitch side of things. So please go give me a follow over there. Other than that, I think that basically covers our episode. Guys, please take care of your mental health. And as always, keep gaming.